Ladies and gentlemen, good people, and maybe perhaps not so good people. This is your boy Cool McCain back. Season 2, AAL2 Turf Talk. This is your schedule release. So we're going to be talking to some of the different coaches, owners of the teams, just going through the schedule, kind of giving y'all a little bit of what's going on. Of course, we always going to allow these fine gentlemen to introduce themselves, kind of give y'all a little bit of, about them, how they got to where they're at. We're going to hit into the schedule. And, of course, if there's any specific people they might want to give y'all a little info on, kind of make y'all be aware of watching out for, they're going to go ahead and put you down for game on that, too. So we'll start with one of the teams that are a newbie to the AAL2. It's Coach Zay. What's going on, Coach Zay?
What's going on? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. How you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm excited. I'm ready to get stuff going, man.
And he's on as owner for the New Jersey Eagles.
Yes, sir.
So this is one of the teams this is going to be their debut year in the AAL2. We know last year new team to the league ended up winning the league last year. So let's see, maybe somebody else going to do it this year, or a lot of these other teams like, nah, it's not going to happen again. So of course everybody going to have a different opinion, as they should. If you ain't here to win, why you here?
Yeah.
But Coach Zay, definitely introduce yourself, man. Let everybody know a little bit about you and how you got to where you're at now.
All right. Yeah. So I'm Coach Zay. I'm a former player. I played football at the pro level for like 12 years. Then some personal health problems prevented me from playing again. So of course I didn't want to walk away. It was hard to walk away. So I was just like, what can I do? I started coaching, and a couple people was like, man, you could probably do it yourself. Because I was basically, for the semi-pro team I was coaching for, basically doing a lot of the stuff other than being an owner and paying for everything. So, yeah, I decided to start my own team. We started as semi-pro. Been 3 years, 3 seasons. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
3 seasons. And this is gonna be my first year going indoor pro arena. I had a little taste of it last year, so I was just like, yeah, I gotta go do this and do it the right way. So, yeah, it's gonna be our first year indoors. We got some exciting guys, some exciting things gonna be going on. So I'm ready.
I dig it, man. So before we get into the schedule, any guys on the team that you signed so far, any big signs, anybody you're looking forward to what they're gonna do for the team this year?
Yeah. Quarterback. Everybody knows quarterback is like one of the most important parts of the team. But Damian Doggett, man, dude is electric. We had him this past season with our semi-pro team, and then you'll see the highlights and stuff as they get posted. He's electric. Of course, we got Dylan Rika, very, very, very good catch, wide receiver. He catches almost everything thrown to him. Very good route runner. Defensively, our linebackers, I feel like they're gonna be really good. Got Primo Pierce, Jesse Ajavon. Got some young guys on the D line. Aaron Frazier. Dylan Washington. I mean, the list can go on. I can go on all day long, man. Because I got a lot of exciting young guys that we just excited for. Just for everybody to see on this level.
I dig it, man. I dig it. And again, it's gonna be a lot of guys that fans of possibly just the AAL2 may not have seen before, but they're gonna get a chance to see them and see what they're about. So that's gonna be
yes, sir.
It's gonna be fun.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's dig into this schedule here, man. All right, so 4-11, your home opener against the Tri-State. What's your thoughts on that game? How you feel like that game's gonna go? I mean, I know it's probably limited knowledge that you may have of them right now, but
Yeah, I mean, I think the game is going. It's going to be a very very fun game for us. Um, we kind of familiar with some of the people, so it may be like social media hyped up and stuff like that. But I think it's going to be a good game. You know what I mean? I think just because it's going to be our first game in the league, their first game in the league,
mm-hmm.
you know, the close proximity with us in Jersey, them in Delaware. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a good game. I'm pretty sure that that's gonna be one everybody gonna be talking about.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. And then you have an away game
Uh-huh.
on the 18th against the AAL Jersey Bearcats.
Uh-huh.
So your thoughts on that matchup?
I mean, that's gonna be the test. That's gonna be the test. And that's what I'm gonna preach to the guys. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let them understand like that's gonna be the test. You know, everybody's saying they want to go to the next level. Y'all got an opportunity to play against the guys that's already there. So why not just show up and do your thing? You know what I mean? When the opportunity presents itself. So that's gonna be the test to see how we really gonna fare in this league.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So then you have a home game on the 25th. I'll let you introduce that team that you'll be playing on the 25th.
Um, I don't even remember. I don't even remember. I know the first game and the second game.
I feel you. I feel you.
After that, I don't remember.
So you had the New York Blue Devils team y'all be playing on that third week. What's your thoughts on that one?
I mean, I had an opportunity to see them a little bit in this fall league, so I know they're gonna play tough. They're gonna play a good game. So I'm excited to see what they bring in the spring.
Yeah, it's a WIF team that a couple of teams are playing, so that'd be a little extra,
Yeah,
little extra sprinkles on there for a couple of
yeah.
teams. So that'll be fun. And then 5-2, you guys will be playing the Virginia Legion,
Uh-huh.
another new team to the league. So
Uh-huh.
it should be a fun matchup.
Yeah,
What's your thoughts?
some of the players like started reaching out to me for some reason. I don't know why. Um, so I'm pretty sure that that's gonna be a good game for whatever reason they done started like following our pages and saying little stuff. So okay, well we'll see. But yeah,
Hopefully, they're showing a little love too. So
yeah, they show a little love, but
the back talk, a little love at the same time.
yeah,
It's all good. It's part of it.
yeah.
And then on May 9th, on the away game, you play one of the other gentlemen that I'll have on later to talk about their schedule. And that's shout out to them, man. One of the teams that went ahead and threw your boy a little merchandise. You know what I'm saying? The Maryland War Eagles.
Don't worry, you're gonna have some Eagles get real soon. Don't worry
Let's
about
go. Let's go.
it.
I'm with it.
Yeah. The War Eagles, I've heard good things about them. I know it's gonna be a tough game. I think every team that we play is gonna be tough. I don't want to say we can just walk all over anybody. That's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? So I'm approaching every team as if they're gonna be the champion. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Mhm.
play that way. So everybody's gonna get our best. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure we're gonna get everybody else's best. So yeah, I'm looking at everybody as uh, a top contender until they show that they're not.
I feel that. I feel that.
Right.
All right, then you got the Stampede the week after
Uh-huh.
that, the Steel City Stampede on the 16th. And
Uh-huh.
that'll be a home game. So, after a couple of games in a row, you'll be back home
Uh-huh.
for that one. So, what
Yeah.
about that? How you feeling about that one?
I actually I actually know a lot of the guys over there,
Mhm.
players, coaches. I got a lot of respect for them guys over there. So that's gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be, good to be around some good people. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be a fun one. They got some real talent over there, and every year they competing. So yeah, I like the Stampede. and what they got going on over there. But of course, you gotta take that L when y'all come to the crib, man.
I hear it, man. I hear it. And then, of course, the second game against the Tri-State Panthers
Mm-hmm.
on May 30th.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, when I look at those, I say whoever lost that first matchup, of course, is going to be attempting to make some changes and, make sure they don't go 0-2.
Mm-hmm.
That team in the same season. And then whoever wins the first one is going to be kind of like trying to go ahead and smash all again. So,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's.
I'm anticipating, us winning that first one and winning the second one. So, so yeah. I mean, I already know it's gonna be a hyped up game just based off of everybody on the outside. But yeah, as long as we win, I don't care.
There you go. And then y'all finish the season on June 6th with the rematch against the Virginia Legion.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, y'all both coming in new, so you kind of hitting the ground together.
Mm-hmm.
You already said they got players and coaches, everything kind of following y'all and everything.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna have a little bit of the same back, so be a little back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be a
Be
fun
fun.
season ending one.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun because in the fall season we just had, we played a couple of Virginia teams, and they all they did was talk. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. I'm looking forward to y'all hopping in this season, man. I love the fresh blood, the new, the
Mm-hmm.
new energy and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It gives everybody, somebody that they don't know as well yet. And I mean, not saying that they don't know anything about y'all, but having you in the league,
Right.
kind of building out the league, getting more teams in, quality guys.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, one of the things I always say, there's a lot of leagues out there, but I can attest, in my opinion, that AAL2 does a really good job of getting quality individuals
Yes, sir.
and, bringing in quality teams. So if you hear, I don't have
Mm-hmm.
to do the research on you and be like, oh, what about them? If they didn't let you come into the AAL2, then it's
Mm-hmm.
a solid organization because they have a certain standard they want to maintain. So, welcome you guys to the league.
Appreciate
Good
it.
luck this season. I hope y'all, do very well in your inaugural season.
Thank you. Thank you.
And of course, Coach Zay, you gotta let everybody know where they can find you and where they can find the team on social media as well.
Me personally, on Instagram, my handle is I am Coach Zay. I am Coach Zay. Um, Facebook is Zay Green. You can find us on Twitter. I mean, sorry, what is that? TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at New
Yeah,
Jersey Eagles.
yeah, that TikTok's that's something.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
works what it's supposed to. Definitely works well.
yeah. You find out a lot of good stuff on TikTok too.
And some not so good stuff, true.
Yeah, I'm learning. I don't really use TikTok like that, so I'm learning.
I ain't consistent enough with TikTok. I got to get better at that. Sure, but it does work if you use it. Well,
Yeah,
again, man, good luck. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate your time and good luck this season.
thank you. Appreciate you. Gear coming to you soon.
Yes, sir. All right, good people. We are back in the building. We got Coach Ron from the. What's going on, Coach Ron?
What's going on?
Hey, man, chilling. Another season. Excited to get, of course, y'all to talk to, and everything from last year back, and then we got some new guys in too. So good mix, man. Good mix. We lost a couple of teams, but I
Yeah,
feel like we added some good teams, so it's gonna be another fun season for sure.
no, most definitely. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, sir, man. So I know you. Most of the people probably know you from last season, but we might have some new people or some people that just don't have really good memories. So
Yeah,
just for them, Coach Ron, please introduce yourself and how you got to the point that you are right now, if you will, kind sir.
my name is Ron. You keep calling me Coach Ron, but it's Ron. Um, I'm the owner of the Michigan Avengerz. Um, we got to this point Want to help a couple guys get to the next level, as many as I can. Just it started off. Just it was supposed to be just a one season thing, and then it just turned into this now. So we here. We ain't going nowhere. Just here to make athletes great, get them to the next level, help educate them on this path, help them build their resume up. Help them grow as not only athletes but as men. We had a lot of hiccups the last couple seasons. It's fresh. It's new to me. It's new to a lot of the people on our staff this season. So we doing the best we can. I made a lot of mistakes the last couple seasons, but I learned from them. So now I'm ready to correct those mistakes and move forward.
I dig it. So I call him Coach Ron, and he gave me a hard time about calling him Coach Ron. But y'all heard what he said. I'm here to help develop guys, help them get to the next level, help them get film, help them become better players and men. That's what coaches do.
You're right.
So I'm going to still call him Coach Ron. He going to say he Ron. I'm going to call him Coach Ron.
He going to still call it. It don't matter.
Yes,
he gonna
I am.
Call it.
But Coach Ron will give it to you straight. So, you may not always like what Coach Ron say, but he giving you his best version of the truth. So I can respect that.
Always give it to you straight. I ain't going to never give it to you narrow or crooked. Always give it to you straight.
Yes, sir.
That's the only way I know how to throw it out there.
Yeah, I feel it, man. I feel it. So any specific guys you got that you're looking for, you want to maybe throw a quick shout out to, maybe new signees, maybe some guys that you've seen, develop a little bit, or some guys you think will be a critical part of the team this year?
So I know for sure Omar, Josh, Tay, Rodney. We got some new signees that's going to really bring it this season. I'm looking forward to seeing them. They gonna definitely. With this mix-up, my boy Damon, he coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And he, Damon got a lot of wisdom to the game. He's very educated on the game. And, he's one of my older players, but he's still in shape. He can still ball. He give me a hard time all the time. Oh, man, I'm a little up there. I was like, you good, though. You can still play. You educated, the game. Omar is one of them. He kind of like a veteran now. He's still young, but he's been playing this game for a little minute now. Josh, he's still kind of fresh into it, but he picking up real nice on the game. So he's a very electric player. So I look forward to seeing what he can bring this year. I feel like a few of the guys that we had last year, they weren't used properly. They weren't used at their right position. So we didn't get a lot to see from certain guys. So, but some of those guys are with a different team.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. But some of these new signees, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they bring.
I dig it. The goal is always to develop guys get better. In AAL2, there could be times where guys end up leaving the team in the season, so you want to have depth and development and all that. And those are the things that, it's not easy to get down right away. Sometimes it takes a little time to get the right system in place and, figure out how, okay, I got this guy that's really good. So there's a good possibility he may leave. So let me make sure that I have someone else that can step in, if those type of things happen. So a little bit more chess when you're playing AAL2 that, you have to be looking at. That's just for people who may, just be coming in and not familiar with AAL2 and how it's played. Of course, I know So Coach Ron, first game, April 11th. You'll be playing the Michigan Raptors 4-11 away in Michigan. Your thoughts on that game?
It really ain't no away game for us. It really ain't no away game. We're going to go in there and make some more dinosaurs extinct. That's the plan. We go. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Ain't really too much. I really ain't got too much words for that game or any other game, honestly. Yeah, I'm the same way I was last year. Belt the ass. Same. It ain't nothing changed. I'm gonna say that about any team we come across. That's the goal this year. We don't.
If you're not here to try to win, like I just said, if you ain't here to try to win,
What you here for?
What you here for? You may not always win, but the goal should always be to win. You know, and that should be
I
any level.
want, yeah, and I want the other teams to come with that same energy. You know, I wasn't feeling our schedule this year, but you know, we're gonna make the best of it. We're gonna do what we gotta do. You know, it is what it is. You know, ain't no cutting corners, ain't no taking it easy because we on all go this year. We resorting back to the team we were the season before. It's time to get back to that. So,
Okay,
you know,
I'm with it.
that's the goal.
Then the 18th. Yeah, then the 18th is the Grizzlies. I know it's the same thing, but anything you want to add to that for that game?
Chris, that's my dog. I'm just gonna be the same situation. Might not be as worse as the other one, but you know, we're gonna do them the same way. And I hope they bring that same energy. I'm on all BS this year. I'm on all BS. So I hope they don't come light. Please don't come light.
Okay.
I'm asking for all the smoke from everybody. I want to smoke with the AAL teams. I mean, but you know, it is you know how that went.
Everybody up. I get it. Ain't no wrong with that.
I'm on all BS this year. My guys, they on the same tip, man. We didn't, you know, it's a lot of things we don't appreciate that's been going on. And you know, we're gonna address it accordingly.
And the best way to address it is go out there and do your thing on the field every week.
That's it.
That's
it, and that's all. So that's all we focus on. Going out there and just take care of business.
So you got a home game on the 25th. I'll let you announce that specific team. I let everybody do at least one.
Who was our first home game?
No, that's your second home game. Your first one is against
oh man, that's
the Grizzlies.
That home game against the Blitz, right?
Yep. Any thoughts on that one?
Can we move to the next game?
Okay, fair enough.
Thank you.
May 2nd, you got a rematch against the Grizzlies. Same thing applies.
Same thing applies. Yeah.
Fair enough. Then on the 9th.
Yeah, the Grizzlies. You know what though? I gotta give it to them boys. They doing their thing this year in the WIF. Man, I'm really proud of them. They done came a long way, and I'm praying that they take it all the way. You know, I hope they win that thing because they deserve it. They really do.
Love to hear it, man.
When they come over here, it's gonna be a different story. Y'all, I want y'all to win that championship in that league, so y'all can know, you know, what it's like to be champs. Whatever team we come across, don't expect it. So any team that's in other leagues now, when y'all shit this in their league, because don't come over here expecting it this year.
All right. Some strong words as usual from Coach Ron. All right, we got 5-9, the Pittsburgh Outlaws. That's an away game in Pittsburgh. Any thoughts on that one?
You know how that's gonna go.
Fair enough.
They play the Outlaws in the championship too. You know, shout out to I ain't really a huge fan of Outlaws like that, but shout out to them boys too though, man, because they look a lot better than they did last season. I'm always a fan of development and improvement, so I gotta give credit where credit is due. They've definitely improved as a program and as a team. You know, I've had my differences with in the past, but yeah, you know, what's his name? What's that man's name? We had our differences. It ain't no secret. But, you know, hey, man, keep doing your thing, man. You know, I'm always going to give credit where credit is due. I ain't hating on no team or nobody, man. If you're doing good, you're doing good. And I love to see it. That's for anybody.
True that. All right, then you got the Ohio Legends on the 16th. That's a home game.
That's my dog Charles. He
Yeah.
coming up here finally. Charles been ducking. He been ducking me for a minute, man. I can't. Whoa. Charlie Brown, boy, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. I've been waiting to see the legends, boy. I can't. Oh, that's man. Listen, I've been waiting on them. I hope they watching, cause he gonna be talking. He gonna be talking this tomorrow. Cause whenever he see it, he gonna be like, "Yeah, that's how you feel." Have you ever talked to Charles before?
I haven't talked to him before.
I can't. I want you to get him on the next Turf Talk, man. After he see this, cause I can't wait to see what he goes.
But I'm sure I will be talking to him. So
You'll be talking to him. You'll be talking to him a lot this season. They one of them teams that's a new team that's gonna bring a lot of noise to this league.
Okay.
They're gonna definitely bring some heat. They got some guys, so
I like it.
I can't wait to play against them.
Good. Then we end the season with 2 rematches. On the 30th, you got a home game against the Michigan Raptors, and then you play the Pittsburgh Outlaws again on June 6th.
Mm-hmm.
So
where AJ and them at, man? I wanted to play AJ and them again, man. That's tell your center I need my rematch. I need to see him again. I don't care if we play like a charity game or something, but I got to see them again. I got to see, because them boys was disrespectful last year. You hear me? That was disrespectful. I certainly thought I can't let that slide, man. Y'all was hella disrespectful. I just wanted to throw that out there because AJ on here. AJ, but no, the Outlaw. Wait, you said we got the Raptors and then the Outlaws again?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Where my belt at?
Oh boy,
Malia, bring me my belt.
I think we understand where this is going for sure.
Yeah,
We definitely understand.
As long as I understand. But no, real talk, man. I'm looking forward to playing against all these teams, man. I'm hoping they bring the best out of my guys, and I'm hoping our guys bring the best out of them, because at the end of the day, what this is all about is helping these guys reach another level, and that's all we hope to do on this level. We want to get these guys signed somewhere else and living their dream. So,
Yeah, I dig it, man.
That's all I want for everybody this year.
And I gotta say,
I still meant what I said.
I feel you. I gotta say, man, I do enjoy talking to Coach Ryan, because Coach Ryan, he gonna keep it at a certain level, but ain't nothing off kilter as long as it's on that level or below. You know what I'm saying? So it's always a good time.
Hey man, if you ain't having a good time, what you doing, man?
Fair enough.
What you doing? You know, I ain't about to get out here and be all like, well, yeah, we're gonna have a great season, and we look forward to playing everybody, and it's gonna be all wonderful and rainbows and sunshine. Man, nah, man, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna keep it as PG as I can, but
My guy said,
I'm still me at the end of the day, man. Yeah, man, it's football, man. I can't. We ain't gonna get out here talking like we playing flag or powder puff or nothing like that, man. You all grown ass men at the end of the day. If somebody can't take the shit talking, I mean, what you shouldn't be here. You get offended by anything that I'm saying, this might not be for you. Because Muggs be talking spicy to me all the time about us, and I'm gonna come the same way. It is what it is.
Hey, I can respect it. Now I'm gonna call you Ron this time. Ron, please let the people know where they can find you, and also where they can find the team on social media.
You can find me at your nearest buffet. So you can. Somebody probably was like, "Yeah, I can tell." No.
Hey, I was about to say, if I live close, I might be right there with you.
Yeah, you might as well. Come on, man. Shoot. I'm gonna come down there, man, and find test out one of yours. See what y'all laying like down there. But
They
you know, the
ain't bad.
people can find me. They can find me at Michigan_Avengerz on Instagram, and you can find me _Avengerz on TikTok.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Well, good luck to you guys this season, man. Excited for a another good season of AAL football from you guys, man. And one thing I'll say, you know, you guys competed every week, right? Some games may have been, you know, tougher than others, but we got guys who's gonna go out there and compete no matter what's happening. You at least got something you can build a foundation to work with.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So see you guys back on here. Hopefully you'll be on several times once we get the season started with wins. But
I'll
you know,
probably
good luck.
see you all season, Matt. I'll see you all season. You
Hey,
know,
you know
be
me. I'm
prepared
with
for me and my shenanigans.
it. All right, man. Again, good luck, man. Appreciate you hopping on.
All right, brother. I appreciate it. Y'all take it easy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So we are back. And we got Coach P on here. And we're going to be talking a little bit about the Michigan Raptors. We just heard a little bit about them in 2 games that they'll be playing, you know, against the Avengers. Of course, that, you know,
my old
same area rivalry.
My old team, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, it's
Yeah,
always a little bit.
I heard that. It was fun.
Yeah, it's always a little bit of banter, especially when teams close. You know how that goes, man. You know how that goes.
Hey, I'd expect nothing less.
So, Coach P, please introduce yourself to the people. Let them know how you got where you are and any other information you want to give them.
Coach P, I'm from Monroe, Michigan. Been around the coaching circuit for a while. Been involved with football since I was almost next to out of diapers. Obviously, age gets you, so you go into the coaching end. Last year was my first year head coaching for arena football, so it was quite an eye opener. I think I did pretty good with what I had. You know, I mean, fortunately I stepped away from the team with right before they come out to play AJ and the Bearcats for the chance to be, you know, to go for the championship. I stepped away from the team then, but you know, leading up to that, I mean, I think I did pretty good as my first year head coach, and I got them to 6-1, and then they forfeited against Maryland, and then you know, due to obviously situations that didn't get them out there, but needless to say, I got them. I did pretty good with a bunch of guys that were all semi-pro players, and you know, all but maybe two or three were ever involved with arena football. So it was nice to bring those guys out there. And I wasn't very impressed with our schedule last year. I didn't like playing the same team 3 times, or almost 4 times in a row, it seemed. But needless to say, it you know, it was fun. It was a good first learning experience.
I dig it, man. I dig it. So, Coach, any new signings or specific guys you want to just throw out there? And obviously, everybody's playing the game. You don't want to put everything out there, but just, you know, anybody you want to kind of highlight?
I'm a showman. So it's like, obviously, if anybody here is interested in seeing, we'll be announcing our key players. I mean, we've already announced a couple. I'll peg them. We got John Allen. He's a college ball player, 4 years, D1. Last year we had him 4 games. I think he ran for 7 or 8 touchdowns and very, very small carries. I mean, the guy's good. I look forward to putting a line in front of him this year. Obviously, we're bringing these are guys that I kept from the Avengerz, guys that were brought in, and I felt they would be a benefit to our program this year, so I kept them. I chased them and made sure they came with me. But Marcus Mims, obviously, one hell of a defensive back. Look forward to seeing what he does this year. You know, we got about 5 or 6 players that stuck with us. Josh Nelson, he was our receiver. Kid runs like a 4.3. He's super fast and very athletic. And I will tell you this, you'll see it as it unfolds on the website and Facebook and all the social medias. We got some killers coming out this year, and I'm so excited to see. You know, but take for granted there a lot of these. I mean, again, I'm back to year one with a bunch of guys that haven't had much experience in the arena ball game. So a lot of them are fresh out of college. You know, great credentials in college. Some of them played a little bit of semi-pro, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of guys' first years in arena ball. So hopefully I can get them mentally ready to compete, you know, in a in a walled scenario. And but if they do bring what skill set they had in college to the table, they're going to be some killers, man. They're going to be worth watching this year. I'm looking forward to a lot of them going past us this year alone because I think they're that capable.
I dig it, man. I dig it.
But I mean, I called out the basic guys that I right now I can because I know I've got them committed to me. I've got pretty much a roster of 20 committed to me, but we're rolling them out as we go. You know, we're trying to build the hype videos and build the hype stature on it. And obviously we don't want to roll them out just saying, hey, here's a quarterback. You know, it's like nobody knows who he is. But so we want to put an image to the name, and we want to make sure that people, you know what we're bringing to the table. So
I dig it.
I'm a showman. I've been in the promotional game my whole life, you know. So, like I said, for me, it's not about, you know, trying to be. I'm one of them types of coaches where it's just I'm going to take what I got and smack you in the face with it. And if it works, it works. If I knock you down, I knock you down. If I don't, then I'm going to come back and hit you again. So, you know, so that's my platform. But, you know, just right now, I just want to make sure that I roll everybody out nice and calm. Everybody gets a chance to see who we got. I'm more interested in seeing these guys definitely go past the Raptors. And I know a lot of these guys are capable. So I got to take my time with it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So we'll do a little different since you're a little bit more of a showman. I'll give the date, and if you're home or not, I'll let you give the team and then talk about them. And mix it up a little bit.
Bring up my schedule here. Go ahead, go for it. Shoot.
Let's make it a little bit more fun. So on 4/11, you have a home game. We know who it is, but
it's my old team. You know, like I said, I was bummed out I didn't carry on the whole way. I would have loved to have seen AJ again. He come out in our home game and spanked us pretty good. You know, I guess mentally we weren't ready. You know, obviously it's very tough at this coaching level. It's very tough to get footage on who you're seeing because the rosters change so much. So it's not like you can get a good game plan on what coverages you should be in, who should you attack, who their best player is, because week after week they're dropping and they're bringing and they're dropping this guy and bringing this guy. Just like Ron earlier was saying, you know, he's got a lot of new blood. Mm-hmm. So I can't look back at it and say, hey, you know, this guy here is weak here, so we can exploit it, or his defensive line is weak. I don't know what he's going to bring to the table. So that's the crappy part with preparing for these games. But, you know, I like to say when generals meet on the battlefield, the general has to kind of assess the other general and determine whether or not he's leading his men right. And I see 4-11 being a good victory for us.
Okay. So then next, 4/18th, you have an away game.
Looks like Ohio Legends.
Yes, sir.
You know, I've heard a lot about them. I've heard them promise to be be on the schedules. I'm hoping that they are. You know, I've heard there's been a lot of trouble there, but in regards to who they are, I've heard when they do play, they're good. I think they just played recently. I saw a little bit of it, but I'm looking forward to playing them. Never played them, not even last year. So I'm excited to do it. We tried to line up a scrimmage with them, either them or someone else last year, but we didn't get it.
Okay. And then another divisional game on the 25th, and that'll be a home game.
Yeah, we're looking at the Grizzlies. It's funny, the linebacker last year, Chris, I think he's the owner of that team. And I was shocked when I found out because we were scheduled to play somebody for a scrimmage, and all of a sudden the Grizzlies popped out of nowhere. And it was Chris's team. And I'm like, well, this is the oddest shit I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, I have a linebacker bringing in a team that knows all of our plays, all of our defensive strategy, and we're playing them. But, we come out and, I try to change it up unbeknownst to him, and we spanked them for like the first half. And then all of a sudden they started creeping back. And I think the guys' mentalities, seeing how it was I think it was our second scrimmage, coming out of, we scrimmaged the Ironmen last year. So, they kind of took it to us and then bruised us a little bit. And we went into that scrimmage and we were doing great. And then they popped in a touchdown on us and took the win, So I'm looking forward to seeing Chris on the battlefield and see where it goes. But again, it wouldn't be unbeknownst to say that it's going to be a win for us. It's a victory, I think. You got to have that mindset. So all of them are going to be victories. The only one I'm nervous about is the Miners, because obviously, we all know where the Miners have been, so it's the only one on that schedule that really makes me nervous in preparation. But, one thing I got to talk about that outside of the schedule, I know we were kind of going, but the coaching staff, I have to make mention, man. I'm excited about the coaching staff. Last year I didn't have any coaches. It was me. It was just me handling the offense, defense. Ron helped out a little bit. He helped out some on defense, but, it was still very strenuous. But this year, I've got two brothers. Both of them have been in the arena ball game for years. They know a lot of people in the arena ball game back in the 2000s. If you heard about the Michigan Arsenal, they just popped out of Michigan. They're very good friends with the crew over there. So it's like good collaborations going on. I look forward to seeing what they do. But my coaching staff, Coach Chris, Coach Jason, Coach Kevin is collegiate coaching. I mean, he's coached college at local colleges here in the state. And, we got a special teams, Coach Eric, which I didn't have last year. I didn't have none of that. So, and what these guys have done for the Raptors and working with me has been phenomenal, man. So I'm so excited to see their plans, my push, my grit, with their plans and their offensive strategy, defensive strategy, special team strategy. I'm looking forward to seeing the Raptors being one hell of a well-rounded team this year. So, and that's why none of those really terrify me, except for the Miners. They're at that level where they got a good staff, good quality team. I would have been nervous to challenge the Bearcats again. They got a good staff over there. So yeah, but I really had to put some emphasis on my team that we brought in this year. They're going to do phenomenal, and I can't wait to see them go to war with me, take some battlefields and make some victories.
All right, so 5-2, guys got an away game.
We get to see the Pittsburgh Outlaws, my buddy Brian. So, seen him far too many times last year, but his teams. I like his team. They're probably out of all the teams we played last year by far, the team, the players, very respectful, man. A lot of them took it. They gave it, but they took it, and they were respectful about it. And each time seeing them, it was like, getting together with the band, the boys, getting ready to have a few beers. It was like we played them far too much. So I look forward to just playing them once this year. So hopefully it stays that way.
You got a home game on May 9th.
Ohio Blitz played them last year. I know they struggle with roster, so I'm hoping that isn't a problem. Last season they lost their quarterback, which made it difficult for them to go into the second half. So, and they were very short staffed. So I'm really really hoping they get their team together and they come and bring us a fight.
All right, and then you got 5-16, that game we've talked about a little bit here with Wheeling.
Yeah, Wheeling, man. About the only game on here that really stands out to me. So, but we're gonna come ready to fight. It's an away game, man. I hate traveling, but anyway, too bad we can't just be an all-home team like the Ironmen almost, you know.
Yes, sir.
Like all they do is play at home. But then we get to see my good old buddy Ron, 5:30 for hopefully another spanking. But in the meantime, we'll just say just a nice little reunion to get back together. And then 6-6, we got the Legends again. So, and I'm hoping by the time we're through that whole roster, we're getting ready to see the next step, next team. That isn't hopefully one of them guys. So.
I definitely feel it, man. I definitely feel it. I think it's going to be real fun. For those of you who may not have had an opportunity before to watch AAL2 games, one of the things that's very important is you're going to get good matchups. You're going to get guys playing hard no matter what the score is. You're going to get some, you're going to get pretty good execution. You'll get a lot of fire, a lot of hustle. And, from one week to the next, you'll see improvement. These are all things that, you're going to see. So whether you are new to it, whether you've been watching, it's always going to be good matchups. There's very few matchups that aren't, fun to watch. Every once in a while you get that matchup where one team shows up and the other one forgot it's a game. But for the most part, you don't get a lot of that. But that can happen anywhere. So,
the most exciting part for me, and I know it sounds cocky and condescending, but the most exciting part for me is what we do this year. I mean, I can look at that roster and think I'll handle them as they come. But when I look at our roster for our players and what we've seen at tryouts, I mean, we had 45 people show up to tryouts, man. I mean, it was very difficult, me and the coaches to weed it down to like 20 players. And we're still slacking in a few little areas, but we'll probably pick those up as we get into our first, conditioning practices and everything. We'll grab them as we go. But my biggest thing about this whole season for me is not playing those guys. I'm excited about the minors out of all of them, but it's not playing all those guys. It's seeing what I've managed to put together and how it unfolds itself in this season. So that's the exciting part. That's what I'm looking for the most, is to see how we come out swinging.
Definitely makes sense, man. Definitely makes sense. So, Coach P, if you would let the people know where they can find you and the team on social media.
All right. Michigan Raptor or MIRaptors.com. Obviously, you can find out everything there. You can get all the social medias from there. A lot of our games are going to be aired live through our YouTube. So if you want to go subscribe, you can also get that through the website. Just keep up to date with us. We're going to be rolling out who our offensive weapons are going to be, and we're going to be rolling out who our defensive weapons are going to be. We got to build them up first in regards to build them up so people actually want to say, wow, that guy looks good. I want to go check him out, so.
Definitely makes sense. And good luck to you guys this year, Coach. And hopefully we'll be seeing you on a lot of weeks. According to Ron, you won't be on week 1, but had to be determined.
Just like every coach that's probably watching this and thinking the same thing, I'm going to be on there too. But it's like when Ron said to all the teams to bring it, I'm the same way. It's I'm not chalking any of them off. I'm not looking past any of them, but I'm very excited to watch what the Raptors do this year. So more than I am wanting to see what the hell those guys are doing, So it's like, but I want them to bring the rain, because we're going to bring the pain. We're going to eat. We're going to hunt.
Fair enough, man.
Raptors do, man. Pack hunters.
Absolutely.
Coming in strong, and we're going to devour you.
Yep.
Best we can. As hard as we can. So.
Appreciate you. And good luck with the season again, man. And we'll see you back for the weeks that you guys are winning.
I'm excited, man. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and now we are here with Commissioner Roque, the man in charge, AAL2. What's going on, sir?
What's up, man? I'm just a guy, not a man in charge, man. Just a guy.
Just a guy.
Man. Yeah, just a man.
Hey, I'm just saying, when you have commissioner, you're normally the guy in charge. Just saying. But you want to just be a guy, the guy from the AAL2. We'll do that. It's cool with me.
That's it. Man, listen, I can't wait for that Michigan matchup with the Avengerz and the Raptors. Can't wait.
It would be fun.
As well as the New Jersey Eagles and Tri-State Panthers. Looking forward to that one too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be at the Eagles and Panthers game.
Okay.
That April 11th game. Yeah, I'm gonna be there for that.
I like it. Should be a fun game.
Definitely.
So I know it's preseason, but which division you think is gonna be the talk of the league this year? You said South last year, and you ended up being a little bit more right than you wanted to be.
Man,
I know it's still early, so change.
Maybe we'll answer that in like February, March. You start seeing, who's, what team has who and stuff like that.
I got you. But anytime you hear predictions before the season starts here on AAL2 Turf Talk, they are subject to change because it's based on the current information. As more information comes out, sometimes things got to change. So,
right, you got to go with the South. They won it last year.
Okay, fair enough.
So you got to go with the South. Gotta go with the South. I mean, you can't leave out the East, and you really can't leave out the North because right now you just had two of the North teams play in the Winter Indoor Football League Championship.
Yeah. So, hey, it's going to be a lot to digest, a lot to see happening. But I think you make a good point. Champion was from the South last year, so you at least got to give them a little early, like, okay, y'all might be the ones to watch. But the East and the North, they're not far behind.
No.
It works for me.
Yeah. And, you got, some of the guys that were on the Roughnecks last year now are going to be on the Tri-State Panthers and or the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
You got the War Eagles coming back. You got the Stampede coming back. You're adding the Virginia Legion. So, and then up in the North, you got 5 teams up there now, all within, 3.5 hours of each other. So it's a lot of talent, a lot of games that were won, in this WIF league that, from some of those teams. A lot of games won and played. So.
And I like that you bring up the proximity because that's one of the things that, we even talked about last year. Making it make sense for teams, and the ability to play each other. More teams this year, so you got a chance to be more robust with scheduling. Guys don't have to play each other as much.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of get a better mix of, getting other teams involved in everything. But that comes with growth, and that comes with, when you have the guys that you feel comfortable doing that with. So I like where we're headed, man.
Yeah. No, and again, up to 14 teams.
Yep. You said it last year.
Yeah, we ended last year with what, 10 teams. Yeah, we had 10 teams. We added 4, so that's always good.
And think about there are multiple teams that for one reason or another are not back this year, and they've been replaced, and you still get up to 14.
And some of those teams they'll be back for 27.
Yeah, absolutely.
There a lot of teams when they don't come back or they go dormant for that next season. Usually don't, but our teams from the 25 season will be back for 27.
There's going to be even more teams besides the ones that's been added. So y'all be paying attention because it's going to be more robust, even with just them coming back And I'm sure the guy, because he doesn't want to be anything else, but the guy is going to be adding, making sure we get some more teams in as well.
Absolutely, and it's already happening now. Teams reaching out for 27 because 26 is kind of too late now. Like schedules are out, teams are locked in with their schedules and such. And you don't want to mess that up. So there's already people reaching out for 27 for the AAL2. So the North Division and the South. And
I gotta think when people are reaching out, you're like, look, I appreciate you wanting to come, but we kind of got things already set. That kind of makes them more like, ooh, they really ain't budging just for a little bit of bread to get us in. They really sticking to it.
Yeah. It's, you don't want to mess a good thing up once you have things set. And we've been rolling for some time now. So
yeah, man. So any guys that have been promoted to other teams you want to throw out there, the early season variety?
Not that I know of, but there will be some cool things coming, down the way with the AAL2 in early next year of 26 before the season. Well, yeah, during the season next year, this upcoming season. So there's some pretty cool things coming up for AAL, and there's some other new entertainment aspects that'll be coming to the AAL2 as well for the 26 season. So and I think people are gonna enjoy a lot, especially the fans. Like it become more entertaining.
So when y'all see these episodes, there's gonna be announcements and different things happening on them as well. So make sure that you are paying attention. So you don't want to miss some good information.
I understand. Yep. With the AAL coming back, that allows for us to, fully put the picture together of where we want to go with this AAL2 and AAL as a league, as one. And, it's both leagues are going to benefit with, some of these things that'll be rolling out in early stages of 26.
You got to love it, man. It's unique, the way that I've seen you and everyone else involved with the league kind of handle it, and then the transition of bringing the AAL back and how things are being handled there, and then scheduling some teams to be able to get a game with some of the AAL teams, so you can get that that kind of rub off each other. I like that. I think it's a really good idea, and I get that everybody doesn't get the opportunity to be part of that this year. But there'll be more teams in the AAL next year, and maybe more opportunities for guys to kind of get one of those teams to play against next year. For those who do have it, I'm sure it's like one of the coaches was saying, I think it was Coach P, was saying it's like a barometer, right? You get an opportunity to play against, an AAL team who should be the next level up, and even hanging in those games, maybe not winning, but just being able to compete with them can give your team great confidence and kind of show. Showcase some guys, and maybe some of those guys end up on one of those teams next year. So, I think it'll definitely be a win-win for everybody. When you kind of told me that that's what happened, I was like, "Oh, it's going to be good."
And
so I can see the vision.
It's exactly what it's a showcase, right, for the players, right? They go and have a good game. Next thing you know, you're getting a call from an AAL team, wanting to bring you up.
Yeah.
So, it benefits, both teams, right? Now you got a player from the Michigan Raptors that just got called up. Well, if I want to have an opportunity, I want to go play for the Michigan Raptors because I know that they're moving guys along, right? So it's helping their program. And then the AAL is showing that they're looking at the AAL2 players to promote them to the AAL. So it all works together, as for one league in promoting everybody.
I can see that. That's smart. It takes a lot of vision to run leagues, right? Because you got to be able to see just not on the level of what you're doing, but you got to kind of, it's like playing chess, right? You put pieces in place, but you have other things that you want to do, but you have to take care of these things first. So it takes a lot of like foresight, a lot of businesses, a lot of those things on the behind the scenes thing. And I know you're not going to take the credit, so I'm just going to say the team is doing a good job. The whole team that's involved in this is doing a good job of making things happen. We all know you're a big part of it. If you don't want to take the credit, I'm not going to make you.
It takes a lot more than me to make this all work, man. And I said it last year with the AAL2, like that was our best group by far that we had last year, and now we only added, guys to that group of owners and stuff we had last year, and we only got stronger.
And anytime you can do that, you've done what's the right thing or the thing that needs to be done. So I did want to ask you a question. Can AAL2 and AAL teams do joint practices?
Yeah, have a joint practice? Absolutely.
Yes.
Without a doubt. I know there's some teams that actually will be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It's only practice. You get work in, right? You get to see a different color, different players, in practice and stuff. So, yeah, why not?
It's just as integrated as it can be. This is going to be, if you're into, indoor football, arena football, those things, and you want to see quality games. And again, it may not be the highest level of talent, right? But for the talent levels that are there, you're going to get quality play. And you're going to get guys that you can see that have talent. Maybe just need a little bit more seasoning. Maybe there's some other things besides the actual on field that they need to work on. But you're going to see some really good, football. I go back to last year. You had some games, especially the championship game, that was really good. And, it showcased the amount of talent that this league has. So now it's just building off that and using it as a platform to jump into another season, adding more teams, bringing in more talent, different minds. And I'll say, man, I know we weren't able to get a lot of guys on tonight from the different teams, but the teams that we did talk to and the teams that we will, boy, this is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun season.
This league has had every single professional league a player touch that league. From the IFL, NAL, AF1.
There you go. So guys are getting opportunities.
Real opportunities. Yeah, you got some, coaches and organizations out there that won't look at the AL2 because they say it's developmental. But the funny part about that is you have players on your team from the same school that the AAL2 player played at. And the AAL2 player was all conference and all division and all that, just like your player that you have on your roster is. So what's really the difference because they play in the AAL2? That doesn't make sense.
Well, I can tell you from the player side and the coaching side, they do everything they can to highlight and showcase what they are and what they do. If someone wants to say, I'm not going to give you an opportunity just because of where you're from, that's on them missing out on what could possibly be some real good talent for them. So,
Yeah. So for me, because I pay attention, right? I pay attention to all these leagues. I pay attention to the teams out there, who's on the teams, the coaches, right? And those coaches that kind of like talk down on the AL2, they get put to the side on the list of wait till some of these AL2 coaches or involved in the AL2 get a chance to be on the same field with those coaches, right? Coach against those guys. You got to be able to stick together and like, hold on. You ain't just going to talk about AL2. Like, we're going to keep those receipts till the time comes.
It's important, man. It's important. It's good motivation.
Mm-hmm.
I always say whenever you're doubted, that's the best motivation you can get.
Yep. And I'll always go back to Dante Mason who played with the Miners in 24.
Mm-hmm.
Right, the Miners just played Steel City Stampede, beat them. I want to say it's 58-0 or 52-0. Meanwhile, at the end of the game, they were talking to Dante, trying to bring Dante out to Wheeling. But they just beat this team 52 or 58-0. Right? But Dante had a good game. They seen what he had, and they brought him out to Wheeling. He ended up being the AAL2 Defensive Player of the Year in 24. And then goes up to the Duluth Harbor Monsters in the TAL, wins a championship there. Comes back to Wheeling in the NAL season. And if I'm not mistaken, he was the NAL Rookie of the Year this past year. And I think he led DBs with tackles or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And now he went back out to Duluth and won another chip in the TAL this past year. And now, Minnesota, Duluth, which is now Minnesota Monsters, are now in the AF1. And guess where he signed to? In the AF1 now with the Minnesota Monsters.
All about opportunities, making the most of them.
And where did he come from? Start at AAL2.
And so that's the other point I like about the AAL2 is that the players don't just get to own the field. They get to off the field. They get the mentoring and the understanding of, look, you're getting opportunities, but there's a certain way you need to maneuver, a certain way you need to act, and all those things that you don't always maybe not understand. Not that you don't care, but you may not understand the importance. But when you're seeing it and you're getting, the opportunities and the training on those things, it just helps make you more well-rounded and make you more attractive.
Yeah, there's a difference between, right, the semi-pro world and the professional world, whether it's indoor or the semi-pro world, an outdoor game. It's different because the coaches in the professional world look at your social media, right? And if you act in a certain way there, they don't want to bring you in for you to represent their organization.
Right, but if nobody ever tells you, you don't realize the importance of, what you're putting on social media too. Right. So that's important, and kudos to you guys, from you down to the coaches, owners and everything for making sure that you're developing quality individuals and not just football players.
Yeah, and there's a lot of eyes on this AAL and AAL2, now. Mm-hmm. Right, and you just don't minimize your chances, trying to be cool on social media.
Right.
Social media is not real anyway.
It's really not. It's really not. Yeah, a lot of people see you and think you're more than or less than what you are. So yeah. So any other news or information for AAL2 that you're willing to give us as of now?
What we got going on in the AAL2 in April, watch the talent level for 2027 season in the AAL2 because of what's going to happen in April of 2026.
Fair enough. I'm sure you'll
watch.
Reiterate on that later.
Yeah. There'll be a time when all that comes.
Yes, sir.
Way before then, but just trying to give guys opportunities, man.
You guys do a great job of it, man. You really do.
Real opportunities.
Yeah. You got a lot of guys here that are gonna just continue to make that even better. Mm-hmm. And shout out to everybody just watching the show, because we appreciate that. We appreciate guys watching the show and just, helping to grow, share with some other people, Yeah, people that may be thinking about, well, what is this arena stuff you're always talking about? Tell them to watch the episode. So check out AAL2 Turf Talk.
Yeah.
Some other shows. Get some information. It'll help you.
Yeah, we've never called the AAL2 professional or none of that because it's not what it is. It's developmental arena football, right? You come learn the game and or you need to get film and you need to go back up because you need to work on a few things, that's exactly what it's used for. So if anybody looks at it and thinks it's anything other than that, that's on them for thinking what it's not. That means we're doing a good job. We're thinking it's better than what it is.
I definitely feel it, man. I definitely feel it. So, sir, if you would please let the people know where they can find you and where they can find the league.
Yep. You can find me on Facebook, AJ on Facebook, and then on Instagram, Coach OK1. You can find the AAL2 on Instagram at the official AAL2. You can also find us on Facebook, American Arena League 2. And also you can find us at AmericanArenaLeague.org /AAL2.
Love it, man. I love it. So yeah, good people. It's another episode. Make sure that, like, again, you guys are tuning in, liking, sharing, subscribing. My link's right there. If you guys like to hear from me too, just go slide over there and show you a little love on my pages too. We appreciate your time. Commish, appreciate you hopping on, as well as for all the coaches that hopped on.
Yes, sir.
Good luck for the season.
Appreciate those guys.
Absolutely. And we will be back with another episode. Keep watching. We're gonna drop something for you.
Retro.